All right, guys, real quick. Just had a couple matches finishing up. We were awaiting to see the winner on a couple different tables to figure out who's going to be on the stream table. I believe the players are going to take a couple minutes before they come to the table and prepare to play the 2 o'clock matchup. We're going to have Kristina Zlateva against Janet Atwell. So if you'll just bear with us for a few minutes, we're going to play a couple quick commercials and we'll have a couple commentators and some players ready for you. Thank you.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
Hi, everyone. We have a great matchup for you here with Kristina Zlateva and Janet Atwell. Your commentators for this match are Emily Duddy, the billiard bombshell, and Brian. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, this is professional trick shot artist Brian Superman Pauly.
Awesome. All right, so this is a B-side matchup, and we have Janet has won the lag. She will break first. Let's do some player introductions. We have Kristina the Slayer Zlateva. She's originally from Bulgaria. She currently resides in Birmingham, Alabama. Her first pro event was the 2022 Pro Billiard Series in Canada. Her highest ranking is number 4, and it is also her current ranking. So very exciting for Zlateva, and she's looking to move up, of course. Her playing equipment is the Mez Ace 2184. She breaks with a Mez powered break G. Jump cue is also a Mez. Tip is Kamui. Chalk is Kamui. Her achievements are current WPBA ranking of number 10. She took second place in the Palmetto Invitational 2024, second place in the Fairfield Invitational 2024, both this year, so those are great finishes. She was a women's Mez Swiss Open 9-ball 2016 champion. She's had multiple third places in European Championships, the Euro Tour, 4-time third place Predator events, and multiple in 2022 as well with Predator Canada, Las Vegas, Wisconsin. Her sponsors are Kamui Mez, the Academy, Jam Up Apparel, and Iron City Billiards. As far as she says anything else she would like to know, she likes all kinds of sports, running, gym, and healthy food, and she also loves playing the guitar, which I did not know. And our next player is Janet Atwell.
All right, so Janet Atwell resides in Bristol, Virginia. Her highest ranking is 8th. Her current ranking is 13th right now. She is sponsored by Peachar, so she shoots with mostly everything Peachar. She has the Rogue Shaft. She breaks with a BK Rush, a CCC Carbon Q Company Jump Q, and 3-second cases. Some of her titles and career achievements. Her highest WPA finish was 5th place, and she has multiple top 10 on the WPA and all the state titles in multiple different states. Sponsored by NFI, Blue Emu, Borderline Billiards, Brunswick Arena, Peachar Qs, Jam Up, 3-second cases, and Straight Pool Eye. She's the owner of Borderline Billiards in Bristol, Tennessee since 2006 and has the newly opened Brunswick Arena this year in 2024 when they held a WPBA event there. So it was an amazing time.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a beautiful new room that Janet has, and she was obviously at Borderline for so long in the same space, and they had to move, and I can say after spending time in the last space, in the last space, and now in the new space, it's super beautiful, and they did such a great job with the remodel.
Oh, they did a great job.
Right.
I did an exhibition there at the old Borderline for their Black Widow Open fundraiser.
Yeah.
And when I went to the new venue, I was like, wow, they did
Yeah.
an amazing job.
It's very impressive. All right, so let's start with this first rack. I believe that Janet broke and scratched as we were doing our introductions. It looked like Kristina came to the table with ball in hand. And we have the 3 to the 4 right now is kind of a key shot right here because the 5 to the 6 is really tricky, right? So she needs to get a good on the 4 to get the better position for the 5 to the 6. And then the rest of the rack is kind of wide open.
Yeah, this is the next 2 balls are going to be critical.
Agreed, yes.
Let's see what she does here.
All right, she wants to keep going out. Yeah, I mean, she's probably a little straighter than she would like. But I think she's okay. She might have to settle. I mean, the position from the 5 to the 6, you don't want to be running into the 9 ball, right, when you're shooting the 5. All right, after she pockets this 4, and she wants to make sure she has enough room to maneuver around the 9 so that she can get there.
Depends. She might actually be able to hit this and stun, over for the 6. Maybe even draw behind the 8. Depends on what angle she has.
Yeah, I think that she has enough room to miss the 9 ball now, and I think she could elect to go forward. But she looks like she's drawing. She could also just draw kind of straight back and make sure she misses the 8. Yep. Beautiful stroke.
And now it's pretty much tic-tac-toe now.
100%. So those were the 2 key balls. Now, the 6, I don't like holding it for the other side, although she could use a little English to throw it. or she could pull it, drag it across. Yep, drag it across for the other side pocket.
Yeah, let your stroke out a little bit more.
Yeah, you definitely. I actually just played on this table early this morning, and it was definitely a little new cloth. It also has brand new rails that were put on a few days ago, so it's a quick moving table, and it's about adjusting to the new conditions. So that was a great out again. Perfect using that rail and coming back out right on that fast table.
Yep, and you figure brand new balls, and these balls have only been used a couple times today, so everything's sliding pretty good.
Yep. Great first rack from Kristina. Zlateva.
And since she broke Janet's serve, so now she gets to break, and with a good opportunity to get a 2-1 lead potentially.
100%.
All right, so while we're looking at the sponsors, since I don't play in this event, I'll let Emily explain the rules of the match.
Excellent. All right, so guys, it is a race to 8, alternate break, right? We lag for the break, and then it's an alternate break after that. It is a cue ball foul only. All right, so no all ball foul. We do have a 3-point rule in effect, a 3-point break rule in effect, and what that means is you need a combination of balls pocketed, which will count as 1 point, or balls past the head string. All right, so a total of 3 points. If a player fails to do that, then it's the other player's option. However, they cannot push, so they would have to either give it back to their opponent, and then their opponent can push, or they can take it from where it lies. Right, and we create that rule, guys, so that we are using template racks, so there is no, soft breaking. It also makes you have to hit the balls powerful, so you can't just hit them softly and make the wing ball and kind of run out from there. So in that instance, right, she pocketed the 1, she pocketed the 8 ball, and the 4 past the head string, right? So she completed the 3-point rule. And yes, is there any other rules? I think that covers our basics.
I think that's about it. And outside of that, it's just your normal Texas
Yes,
Express
exactly.
9-ball rules.
Yep, our standard. The 9-ball on the break does not count in the bottom 2 pockets, but it does count in the top 4. All right, let's talk about this rack. You got this weird kind of cluster here in the middle with the 3-7-5. Big shot here from the 2 to the 3. Kind of a big stroke to get back for the 3 ball, which she hit very well.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Should be elevated off the rail a little bit. This will be interesting.
Yeah. Definitely being close to the rail here will make it more challenging. She could have elect to play a safety. She has blockers right there if she didn't like it. But knowing Kristina, she's more, she's going to jack up, and she just needs to kind of draw back enough. See,
don't want to get too straight.
Yes. So she's okay. She's on the rail. It's not ideal. She has enough angle, though, on the 4 to be able to not be stuck there. 5-ball, interesting ball. Goes in the top 2 pockets and the bottom left, the type by the 6. Let's see what she chooses to do.
So, yeah, if you hit that with maybe inside to kill it and then come up and then do the 5 up by the 6.
Yeah, I like that choice. Again, she just kept it simple, and you don't want to get stuck behind the 7, right? There's a lot of bad things that can happen with that shot. So I think that was, as long as it looks, she must go past the 6 because she played it like that.
Right, because if you're going to try to come back around and put the 5 in the upper right-hand corner, you got all the time in the world to potentially get behind that 7.
Yes, you got to move it a lot, and then you could get funny on it, and you have to run into the 7, or it could just be a lot of bad things. So I see, and I felt like that was a great safe. She didn't really like it. She was kind of moving. If it went at all, she was moving towards that side pocket. Great safety, right? So kind of have that one rail. She has one rail that way. She's looking at now, right? Kind of a shorter kick.
This is one thing I've watched a lot of WPBA streams over the years, and this is one thing I enjoy about watching you ladies play. If you don't really feel confident going for the offensive shot, you will play defense all the time to play for that ball in hand.
Yeah.
And I've incorporated that in my regular pool game because it makes so much sense.
Awesome. No, it's true. And, all the players are so good. And if you have something that's 50-50 or you don't feel good about or your percentages are not good, you should definitely consider the safe option. So that was well hit safe or kick by Janet. She wanted to go further and play the kick safe, right, underneath the 9 ball. She didn't quite get there. These pockets are a little tight, right? So she could elect to play it in the corner, right? It's a bigger ball. It's a bigger, pocket that way, and she could let her stroke out. Or she could try to kind of like slow roll it into the side and come out for the 6. So it depends on how good she's feeling. I would play this in the corner.
Right, that's what I'm thinking she's
Yeah.
going to do. She does have a couple safe options
She does
here,
have
too, if
safes.
she's not feeling that cut up the rail.
Yeah, the safe options are kind of not ideal, though. You're not going to get a good hook, really. You could create separation. Yeah, see?
Yep, struck that really
100%.
well.
Yep. Let your stroke out. Play the bigger pocket in the corner.
There are times to where the safe is tougher than the offensive shot, so might as well go for it, right?
Oh, yes. I think, I always weigh the options. These are my offensive. These are my defensive. Okay, what is the best situation in this situation? But I err towards, offensive. And if it's 50-50, I'd rather go out swinging than play a safe that's maybe not top notch and like good enough, right? So she wanted to get a little more above the 7. But she can let her stroke out and go. I go 3 rails.
I go 3 rails, yeah.
Yep, go 3 rails. It's a nice natural line. Again, on the faster cloth, you just got to be kind of just want to err on the side of not overrunning position, maybe coming a little short, because then you'll still have a shot on the 9. Yeah, and that was a safer, she went the 3 rails, but that was very safe speed, right? Coming to the middle of the table. If you go a little long or short, you're going to have a shot in both bottom corner pockets.
Yep. Or if you really juice it, you can come around and put a 9 ball on the sides. But she hit that really good. She had all those different options.
Yeah. She kept it very, very clean and safe.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. 2-0 lead for Kristina Zlateva.
Now Jan's going to have to jump back in this. But she's a world-class player, so I totally expect her to come back firing on this
Janet is a grinder, and Janet never gives up. And we've battled so many times, and we go back and forth with who comes out on top. But there was one match I remember a couple years ago at the Super Billiards Expo, and I came out of the gate. I was up 6 or 7-0 on her, maybe 6-0, and she just fought in tooth and nail. I ended up winning 8-6. But, afterwards I was like, damn, Janet, that was a hell of a comeback. She's like, they didn't used to call me the bulldog for nothing.
Well, actually,
I love that.
Actually, day 1 of this event, I was watching the stream. Actually, watching the stream at work. She was down like 4-1 or 4-0.
Oh, she was down 5-1 to Jessica Barnes.
That's what it was, yeah. And then she came back and won. I mean, she was just grinding the entire time. Yeah,
Janet is a seasoned pro. She's a top player, and you can you never count anybody out, really. I mean, she's just waiting for her opportunities. Really, she just scratched on the first break. And then she had that safe where she had to kick the 5, right? Didn't quite get the kick safe, so she seems to be maybe struggling a little with the break this match so far, right? The first one, I think she scratched. This one. Now, what's interesting, guys, here is that she did not do the 3-point roll. And even though she didn't make a ball, that means Kristina cannot push.
Correct.
Right? Which is a really an odd thing about this rule. But obviously, it's not going to come up in this case because she has an open shot at the 1. I think she's just going to roll up on the 2.
That's what I was about to ask. You think she's going to roll up?
Yeah, I think she's going to roll up on the 2. That's kind of what she's looking at. It's a harder shot because of the cue ball frozen on the rail. She can also thin the left side of the 1 and send the cue ball down table. Yeah, that's a great shot because she has the blockers down table.
How'd she hit that?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that was sporty. That was definitely sporty.
And using the 2-ball in a sense as a stopper ball.
Exactly.
So it keeps it right there.
And that was a better decision than rolling up on the 2 because of being frozen on the rail, right? You need that enough inertia to be able to get it there. So letting your stroke out and sending the cue ball down table was a much better decision.
Yep. I have a feeling we might see an Efren Reyes Z kick here.
This is the Z kick. This is 100% Z kick. Let's see if she can work out the angle here. Damn, don't. Oh,
ooh, just
great
a little
try.
short.
Yeah, that was a great try. All right, so we got the ball in hand, 1 to the 2. Now, you got to remember on the diamonds, right, the shelf is very deep. So you see that 3 ball hanging in the pocket. those balls are very difficult. You know, they are easy to make and very difficult to get position from, especially since you have the 9 and the 6 right there. So she's going to really want to get below it.
Yeah, the 3 to
Right.
4 is going to be tough, but if she can get on the 4 and get good shape on the 5, then she should be out.
Yeah, she needs to. So she got 2 straight here, straighter than she would like, right? She can power forward. I think she's going to power forward and spin out, but this is very difficult. She could come back and she could settle and try to get the window between the 5 and the 9, but that's really tight. Let's see.
Spin cue ball. Looks like she might get between the 5 and the 8. Look at this.
Yeah, there you go. 5 and the 8. Yeah, that beautiful right hand spin. And that was better too than trying to go all the way down. She was too straight to go all the way to the bottom rail. This is a very, like, she could draw straight out, or she could see. There you go.
You're right.
Yes, they are so difficult, and a lot of times it looks like you can go rail first, and then you miss the ball completely, like Kristina just did. But even with ball in hand, they're so tricky because the cue ball can take off on you, right? If you hit it too thin. Let's see. Right, so Janet wanted to come above the 4 ball there, I think.
Yep, because it looked like the 4
Yeah.
went up past the 7.
Yeah, well, I think she was trying to play it actually in the bottom left corner, the way it looked like, and it just didn't. It just bumped the 4, right? If I think a little bit more, she would have got there. But I think she's good. You make this in the corner and come. As long as she could focus on making this 4 ball, she has everything else is kind of open.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, wiped its
Nice.
feet on the way in.
Yeah, and with these little tight pockets and the new cloth, you'll see that, and then, hey, as long as it gets in there.
Absolutely right.
Right.
The history book said she just made it. It didn't say how.
Yeah, right. All right, so float this 5 in, maybe a little outside English, right? So you come off that rail and it kind of widens a little bit. Yep, just like that. I think the new cloth also, the table slides,
Yep.
right? So your English doesn't grab as much, and so it didn't take, the outside didn't take as much as she wanted. So now she's going to focus on making this thin cut, and she's going to let her stroke out, and she can just let it kind of go back and forth across the table.
Yep.
But the 7 to the 8 is very
It's going to be dependent on the angle she
difficult.
gets.
Yeah, she just wants to make sure she gets some kind of angle to be able to get down for the 8.
Stay out of there. It's dark in there.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man. I was thinking.
So, yeah, I thought about that too. She elected, I think, to try to maybe come above the 7 because she could have played the 7 in the side, you know. Instead, that's the way it looked like, instead of going straight back and forth across. And then that side pocket, that was tough. That was
Yeah.
a tall order because of the new cloth too, right?
Yeah, I thought going back and forth, like you said, was probably safer. But where the
Yeah.
7 ball was close to the side, if you got a wrong angle, like, wow, this is going to be tough. So maybe
Yes.
she went for the tougher shot, but easier leave.
Agreed. Because if she got above the 7, she had a lot more options, right? She could potentially play the 7 in the side. She could play the 7 in the corner, and she had a lot more options to get down tabled for the 8, right? Unfortunately, that gave a really good opportunity for Kristina, who's kind of already like in stroke right now.
Yep.
Another thing about coming out of the gate, right, and giving Kristina ball in hand on the first rack and having her get out, and then, you know, another good out for Kristina is letting Kristina get into stroke, right? And so Janet has these opportunities, but she's not really warmed up. Nice.
So now it's 3-0.
Yeah.
And now Zlateva did it again. She broke Janet's serve, and now she gets to break. And last time she broke and ran out.
Yes.
So this
Yeah.
could get her up to a 4-1.
Well, I actually don't think she
4-0.
broke and ran out last game because I do remember a little set of a safety battle.
That's right. You're right.
But it was still like it was that missed kick safe on the 5 that cost Janet that last
Yep.
game, right? So Janet really hasn't shot a lot of balls and isn't quite comfortable yet.
Looks like Ashley and Taruka are in a match right now.
Yes, Taruka's on the hill, 7-6, and you know, I played her earlier, and she broke and ran 3 racks and didn't give me a lot of chances. You know, her and Ashley are both seasoned players as well, so you know they're grinding it for this win right now to advance to the next round.
Yep. Kaylee in another close match. She just went hill with Ashley Benoit before this, and now in another tight match.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Kaylee did.
Yep.
Okay, she won against Ashley?
Yep,
Oh,
hill.
Yeah, that's a big win because, you know, they're both young up-and-coming players and both very powerful players, too. Well, Kristina, there you go. Like, even though we're playing with these templates, guys, there's no guarantee we're going to make a ball. And, you know, they can be wonky sometimes. So no ball was made there. She did make the 3-point roll. As you can see, the 3 balls are above the head string. All right, so good opportunity for Janet, but our 3-4 here is really funny. I would play the 1 in the side, right, then play the 2 and try to get underneath the 3 to play a safe, right, to freeze her on the 4 ball.
Right.
Right, so you can send that 3 up table, and that's kind of where she's looking right now, right, underneath to kind of try to play that really strong safe there.
And this is a big opportunity for Janet because now she could potentially do what Kristina just did to her, break serve and then come back with the break.
Agreed. Yeah, and this is a really good opportunity. Yeah, Janet wants to get this game right because, I mean, just because also as she gets the hole gets deeper and deeper, it's harder to get back, especially with alternate break. Yes. Great. Yeah. So I would 1 rail down, right below. Just make sure you want to get below that 3 ball so you can have a good angle to stop it behind the 4. Oh, well, she must feel good about playing it.
It might actually go
in the corner. Yeah, maybe from our angle it looked like. Regardless, it is a very tight ball. She could also play safe from here.
Yep.
Right, and play play a stop shot and send the 3 ball up table or try to get her behind the 4. Right, I'm surprised if it goes in the corner that she played a really, really great position zone there.
This is obviously the shot of the game right now.
Yes, agreed. The 6 to the 8 is still kind of funny also. That could be a problem later. The 5, I mean, the 5 and the 6, that's like a drill.
Yeah.
Right, they're like frozen on the rail, plus the 8 ball is blocking the 6. So there's still work to be done here. You know, it's not like there's multiple key shots of this pattern.
All right, see what she does. Here we go. Oh, try to cheat the pocket.
Yeah, she definitely had enough room to make it. So that tight position zone from the 2 to the 4 was really well played. And then she just ended up missing it. But regardless, it's so tight that it's going to be harder to make it too. Yeah, someone just mentioned in the chat how well Taruko, a couple of people have, and honestly, Taruko is on fire. I gave her a couple big games at the beginning of our match, but she broke and ran 3 racks and really was in that zone. And I think she's a seasoned pro, but her family's here also, her new husband and her stepdaughter and even the dog's here. So she's got this amazing support system, and I'm so happy for her. She's doing well. All right, so the 8 got moved, right? So it's interesting. The 6 is still super tough, but it's not. I feel like it's a little better than it was. She just got to get really good to be able to come probably 3 rails right from the 6 to the 7. Right, so if she floats this in the side for the 4, then plays the 5 and kind of makes sure she gets a shot from the 6. Then she could also elect to play safe. Mm-hmm. If she gets the angle, she could play a stop shot and freeze her behind the 8.
Yeah, 3 rails, 6 around.
Yep, for sure. I believe it is Hill with Taruko and
Ashley,
Ashley Rice right now, so a big game.
We've had a lot of Hill matches today. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Ooh, okay. I like the shot selection there because the side was so tight. She didn't want to play that little touchy shot. However, the 9 ball was a big ball.
Yep.
And going back and forth there was a tough window. And now... getting on that 6.
This is going to be interesting.
Is really, really tough. She could play a safe here if she doesn't like it. I mean, that's a really reasonable decision.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, if she doesn't feel confidently doing that, play safe here and then have Janet do it.
Agreed.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. Now, I love Kristina's game, and she is more on the offensive side, so she wanted to go for that. She got a little fortunate, not scratching in the side. Again, she's looking, see, that's the jack up right there is looking at the safety, right, that 3 rails around behind the 8. But personally, I would have played a safe on the 5. It was tough because the 5 was frozen, though, too, right, playing a safe on that last shot. See, looks, I think it's going to be a safety here.
Interesting. I think she just mishit that a little bit.
Yeah, just a miss hit. She tried for the safe, but she ended up hitting it 2 head on, and so it just kind of double kissed. Big opportunity for Janet. Want to stay calm and focused. Roll the 6 on the side. Leave herself angle from the 7 to the 8. Nice shot.
Nicely played.
Yeah. Big opportunity. She could go 1 rail and out with like a tip of outside English. Looks like she's cueing low. She could also do that and draw down, draw like kind of a cross.
Yep. Or almost go 2 rails in a sense.
Yeah. See that? No, that was I like that shot.
Good shot.
Yep. Going forward with that outside English. Kind of you're spinning into the longest line of the shot. And that's what, the better players do, guys, is the stronger players, we try to find the longest line into the shot with the biggest margin for error, right? And then we play into that line. Okay.
Did she jump a little bit on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's, Janet's struggling getting comfortable. Because Kristina's been already kind of dominating the first few games. Obviously, it's a lot of pressure. It's a loser side match on the TV table, so there's a lot of extra variables here.
The hearts were racing extra fast.
Yeah. And so there's the adrenaline management is very challenging, and that's where the seasoning comes in, right? And
it's one of the worst sounds in pool when a pool cue
Ooh,
drops.
like chalk on the nails
Fingers
on the
on
chalkboard.
yep.
Yeah, nails on the chalkboard. All right, so unfortunately, Janet couldn't capitalize on that opportunity, and Kristina's moved the lead to 4-0. But again, it's never over until the very end with these ladies. So she's going to keep fighting and keep grinding.
Yeah, Turku over here had an opportunity to do a 2-9 combo after Ashley fouled on a jump and then bobbled the combo.
Yeah. Can we go to the high score? Never mind. All right, guys. So Janet's turn to break. Just a shout out to some of our amazing sponsors here. Napa. Of course, we're at the beautiful Railyards Billiards and Sports Pub here in Louisville, Kentucky. And what an amazing pool room this is. We have CueSpeed. We have Diamond Pool Tables, Aramith, Simonis, of course, and Billiard TV. A lot of other great sponsors are on with us. So thank you guys so much. Also, guys, please, you can make sure you can donate if you like everything. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. You can donate. All of the money, guys, goes back into improving our streams and giving you guys a better production. Lonnie Fox and the team here at the WPBA work tirelessly to give you guys the best experience for free possible. So please, you can show your support. You can go and find that donate button, and every dollar is appreciated. Thank you so much.
It is just to the right of your text box. If you're looking at your phone or you're looking at your computer right now, that's where you can find
Brian. Yes, so help you find that button. All right, guys. Thanks for the shout outs in the chat.
And make sure you pull back and hit the like button.
Oh, yes.
That
please
helps the algorithm, too.
Like and share, please, is just as important as those donations. What a beautiful save from Janet. Not only did she get that 1 ball behind the 5, or behind that 4 ball, but she also added extra blockers with the 2-5. Now, she does have the 2-rail kick, right? The 2-rail kick here. She's looking at the jump, which I guess would be a jump kick. Love the creativity. So she's going to jump it off. She's going to jump it into the top rail. Yeah, this is. I mean, yeah, she must be jumping in the top rail to jump kick.
Yep.
Oh,
wow.
that was a great effort.
That was close.
That's a great effort. I personally, that was a very creative solution. I would have kicked the 2-rail, but I've trained a lot on my multi-rail kicking systems. You know, obviously I'm an old school player, and so I feel like I have a lot more control with that. The other thing I like about the 2-rail is that you can move things, right? So like right now we're giving her she gave Janet another opportunity to get her on 2.
Yep.
Where if you go over the 2-rail, even if you don't get the hit on the 1, you can break open that cluster, right, and try to remove that again. Janet was trying to get her behind the 6-9. This is still tricky. Of course, Kristina's frozen on the rail, and she has to use a lot of inside here, right, going to the top rail. She could go to the left side of the 3 with inside to shorten it, and then she needs to make sure she gets a rail after contact. She could go to the right side of the 3, and that's a lot harder with.
Juice it up with left here.
She's kind of juicing it up with left, with a lot of left, right, and spinning. No, there you go. And that's
Look at this.
great shot.
No, she's going to get it back safe. Look at this.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah. And I think, she wasn't going for the kick safe there. However, she did the right thing with moving the cue ball down table, and it created a lot of opportunity, right, for a favorable outcome.
What does Lonnie always say? Fortune favors the bold?
Yes. Yeah, what a great saying.
Unfortunate roll.
That is an unfortunate roll. It was a good kick by Janet. Now, the 1-9 combo's lined up, and
Yeah, she's lining it up.
yeah, and honestly, I don't think Kristina would shoot this, but the 2-5
It's kind of wonky, yeah.
she'd have to play a combo anyway. So you want to think of it like that. She could do some work, but the rack takes a good amount of work here. So if you have a good looking the 1-9 combo with ball in hand, I don't blame her shooting it here.
Oh, wow. That's the only drawback of doing that.
Yeah, that is the downside, and why a lot of people do avoid combos like that. But she wanted to. Oh, good. Janet's on the board. There we go. By a little of unforced error with Kristina. If you're going to shoot that combo, you got to hit it a lot harder.
Right.
And get it out of that pocket.
Either that or hopefully the momentum, if it rattles, it still is going forward just enough that it'll fall.
All right, guys. Here we got the other table. The other tables going. We got Ashley Rice and Chiruka are still hill battle there. We have Kristina Zlateva, of course, over Janet Atwell, 4-1. Kaylee McIntosh over Pam Kelly, 4-1. And Vero Menard with Monica Webb, 1-1. A lot of great matchups here with the top players.
Yeah, I think we're down to the final 12 now. So everything's going to be
12.
good.
Top 12 sounds good. And we can see, actually right next to us, guys, is the Chiruka and Ashley match. And they're obviously, this Hill game is a big game, and they're back and forth trying to close that last rack. All right, so Kristina Zlateva, her break, the last break she made was dry. So she wants to adjust here to get back, make that wing ball and squat that cue ball in the middle of the table. Nicely done. Oh.
Ooh, the cue ball stopped the 3 from getting the 3 point.
The cue ball stopped the 3.
Now, me being amateur, not knowing this, does it have to completely cross, or can it actually be like where the line is? It's actually technically on the line. Does that count?
It just needs to touch the line. So that is a very close call. It looks like it just got there. Oh, they're still kind of looking at it. I mean, they're looking at the screen, actually. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it got there, to be honest.
Yeah, they're actually looking
Unless
at
it's
the
on it.
They're
looking at the screen. They're looking at where
you're
you're looking at. I think it'd be better to look at the table. Unless if the 3 ball's not touching it right now, it did not cross. Yeah, it's really close.
They're looking at the headline. So yeah, if any part of the ball is touching the line, right? Does that count?
Yeah, so they're saying it did not. So that means, yeah, choose Janet's at the table now. So it looked from here, I think it's deceiving. I didn't think it actually got there. So, guys, what that means is she pocketed the wing ball, the one pass, but the 3 just did not touch the head string for that last point. So, great opportunity for Janet.
And then now she breaks the next one
Unexpected
too,
and
so this will really help her.
Yep. So this 2 ball. She could go forward around multi-rails, but she has to avoid the traffic from the 7 to the 9. It's kind of a nice long line into the 3. She could pull it back, but it's a lot. There's a lot of angle. It's kind of tough for her to hold it, right? And if she goes across, the 9 is there. So if she can, let's see if she goes forward. No, that was she was able to kill it.
Yeah, struck that very well.
Struck it very well. She doesn't obviously being jacked up over the 9.
That's never fun.
You never want to be jacked up over a ball ever, right? But she's good enough. Yeah, she's good. She's got enough room. Just want to keep it simple here. Float the 3 ball in, 5 ball on the side. Just bear down here. Great.
Got a little bit of a tester now. What was going on here?
She's saying that she hit the cue ball, she hit the 9 ball as she was going through the shot. Replay. All right, so guys, it's only cue ball foul. However, if you touch a ball while on your final stroke, on your follow through, it is a foul. Like, let's say you're jacked up over a ball, like she was kind of jacked up over half over the 9, and on the last stroke you touch the 9 or you touch a ball, it is considered a foul. And so I don't know who they're talking to, because they should just be talking to. They're talking to the tournament. Kelly, our tournament director, is coming out here now. So we're gonna see if they can hopefully resolve this situation. And actually, this happened in my match with Taruko. I didn't see it. She called that on herself.
I remember seeing that, yeah.
Yeah, I called another one on myself, too, where she thought I hit the 1 clean and I hit the 2, and I was explained. So it's, but I do not remember if Janet touched it or not. Did you recall?
I didn't see it from where I was sitting at.
I didn't. I was just looking at the 3. She was pocketing the 3. I was focused on the 3 ball and did not see if she did that or not.
Big thank you to Greg Thatcher in the chat, doing a super chat here, helping support the stream. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Greg. We really appreciate it.
It allows WPBA to do this stream for free, because obviously, getting the upgraded technology and the booth and the trailer and all those things, that costs money. So when we donate to the stream, that really helps them put on a better production. That's what we all like to watch.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, guys, every little bit helps, and it's been a work in progress. And the improvement of the stream has been phenomenal from Lonnie Fox and their team. Honestly, over the last couple of years, it's just top notch.
Oh, I remember watching these 2 or 3 years ago, and where they are now is just awesome.
Yeah.
And that is why every event, I always send money during the super chat.
Thank you so much,
And
Brian.
it was hilarious. Lonnie got me today. It was yesterday, my first opportunity to be in the booth. I did the super chat from the booth.
Yeah.
She looks at me, she goes, wait a minute, you're in.
Yeah, you're like, you're the wrong side here, Brian. So we are in a hold here. So guys are like asking in the chat. Yeah, so she made the 3 ball, right, which is not the question. It was that on her last stroke, she touched the 9 on the way through, and that is our only ball foul, right? So it's not all ball foul. If you touch a ball before or after your stroke, right, it's the opponent, your opponent's option to move it back to place, right? However, if it's on that final kind of follow through stroke and you touch something, it is a foul. So I do think that she maybe have touched it.
What they could potentially do is actually pull it up on the stream on another feed and then go backwards and see if they can see it move.
So guys, we are reviewing the footage, and from what we can see, Yes, she definitely nudged the 9 with her cue upon replay. And I don't know if we want to show Angela. Guys, give us a second. Obviously, we're all in this together.
So while they were fixing this situation, Emily,
Yes.
why don't you tell everybody out there where you're going to be in 2 weeks? Because you told me, and you got a really cool thing coming up. So why don't you share for everybody?
Hi, guys. Yes, this is Emily Deddy, for those in the chat that have recognized my voice. So I'm going to be in Marrakesh, Morocco in 2 weeks playing the next Hayball event. Actually, the next Hayball event is in Qatar, and I did get an invite for that as well, but I could not do Qatar and Morocco, so I've decided to go to Marrakesh, Morocco to play the African Open. It is my first time in Africa visiting or playing pool. I'm very excited. I was just in Slovenia for the World Championship of the Hayball. I took 9th place. I love Chinese 8-ball, and Hayball is a great game. So keep on the lookout for that because it's a lot of money, and they're trying to get us in the Olympics, and I think we've got a really good shot, right?
Yeah, I know the guy who owns Joy Tables really pushing for that, and I hope it happens.
Yes. The owner of Joy Tables, he has come out and said, it is his mission, and he will go. As an older gentleman, that he will go bankrupt if it means that's what it takes to get us with the Olympics. But guys, they are actually working with ANOC. ANOC is the organization for the Olympics to meet all the criteria. And as you can see, like all the Hayball events are all on the different continents, and that's why they have to do a certain criteria of all the continents and all the different categories, and that's why they've all of a sudden you see all these international Hayball events, and it's very, very exciting. And then the Olympics itself, it would not be, unfortunately, LA. I say unfortunately for myself because that's where I'm from, which would be 2028. It would be Australia,
That would be
2032, cool. Which would still be amazing, of course. So they have decided that it is not a foul. Even though she touched it, it must have been after the hit of the cue. That's what it looks like. So
yeah,
now
they're looking at the video stream now. Jen's going to go over and look with them. So a little bit more of a pause here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, one more pause. So yes, we definitely know that her stick touched it after follow through, but now was it a long enough after maybe that it does not count?
I'd rather them take the time and
foul.
get everything accurate and read through the rules to make sure this is big because this could be a big rack right here.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Yes.
And if any of you are
and yeah, Brian, what's your next event?
My next event. Okay, you'll pull it back to me.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have the National Artistic Pool Championships next month at the League Room.
Exciting.
It's in West Virginia, so it'll be interesting.
Oh, I love that room.
It's a really cool room.
Yeah, I love the League Room.
So I got that, and then I got the World Championships early 2025. That'll be in Michigan.
Cool.
So that'll be fun. But if anybody is here around the Louisville, Kentucky area, you got to stop here at Railyard.
Yes, guys, Railyards is a beautiful room. The staff has been amazing. This is where Fedor and Kristina Tkach both play out of. This is their home room. This is where they did the Fedor-Shane match. And you got, a bunch of really great 9-foot diamonds, and you've got a ton of bar boxes. And in the back, actually, right now, they're having the Napa Championships. And there are about hundreds of players back there. Okay.
All right, so we just got information on why this was not a foul. So they actually pulled the book out and a little sheet of everything.
Yes, guys, so they went through all the rules here.
So the reason why this was not a foul is her tip did not hit the 9-ball. Her shaft hit the 9-ball. So therefore, it's almost like if you would just nudge it with the shaft, you can put it back over, keep it where it's at. But because the tip did not hit the 9-ball, that is the ruling.
Yeah, and that's really good to know. That's a rare circumstance, and I actually think that earlier I was correct too because I didn't think that the foul in my match was a foul, and I guess it wasn't. But it's an interesting rule, guys. So with all ball foul, it doesn't matter, I guess, as long as the tip does not touch the cue ball. All right. So Janet needs to reset, try to reset here. This is a big, tall order.
Oh,
Yeah, and that was
man.
such a hard situation to overcome because she was kind of, when your rhythm is broken, and that obviously had to happen to make sure everything was correct. It's hard to reset there. But also Kristina, might be thrown off her rhythm a little bit. So let's see if she can recover here. So she can draw out, right? She can just draw out to go above the 9 or let her stroke out that way, which is better on the faster new table. She has a little more angle than she would like. So now she has to let her stroke out. She can try to hold it, but it's a little tricky.
Nail biter, Hill. And congratulations, Taruko, for your 13th or 16th place finish.
All right, guys. So Kristina Zlateva, you could see, was affected by that situation. But Janet had enough room, and
See what happens here.
Man.
Ooh.
So I think she was trying to hold it in the top left corner, right, and just kind of went a little too far, and is now in a position where she probably wants to play safe on this 8. There's not a lot of good offensive options here. So she could like thin it and come down below the 9.
Ashley, you have a 5-minute break.
The only offensive shot I see is banking across side, but even then the cue ball is going all over the place. You have no idea
honestly,
where it's going.
a double kiss too. Like she could try to thin it. Oh, that's what she went for. Yeah, and you're right. She had to let the cue ball kind of fly.
Got a little roll here.
Yeah, I think the bank there was kind of a flyer, and maybe if she was feeling good and she wants to be offensive, maybe she wants to make sure try to get another game on the board. All right, a little fortunate here, but this is she can hit the. Yeah, that was nicely done. Exactly. You can thin the left side of the ball
Cue
there.
ball squirting a little bit.
Yeah, she gave her a piece of it. So she could try a kick safe. She could do kick safe, right, if she wants to send the cue ball up table and stick it. But obviously she has enough of the 8. So she can play it up table, go one rail and behind the 9 possibly. She could also try to thin the 8, but that's really tough to avoid the scratch.
Right. So what she does here, it almost looks like she can make it. Ooh.
Oh wow, she had more of it than I could tell.
Yeah, when we're back here looking at a monitor, we can't see
Yeah,
all the angles completely
course.
exact.
So she went for it, which considering how much she had was the right choice. So this is a very thin slice. Then she could make it and let her stroke out multi-rails, kind of go back and forth.
She undercut that.
Yeah, so guys, I think both players are now really feeling that kind of situation.
I think right after this rack would probably be
Yeah.
a good time to take a break.
I would think so as well. I mean, that was an unforeseen kind of pause in the action for both of them. And you can tell it's been a little tough. But this is a great opportunity for Janet. It's just not easy with the bridge if she's going to draw straight back, right? I mean, I might even just tap this in, roll forward, and play the 9-up table. But, yeah, going out one rail was better than the draw, so she had enough angle to do that.
That was interesting bridge for him, too, how she had it out and was literally stroking it like you would a normal ball
Yeah.
instead of having it out like with your elbow at
Yeah, that's
an
a
angle.
great way to use the bridge for people that are watching that might be newer players. First of all, you always want to put the bridge down on the table and hold it with one hand, right? You never want to be holding the bridge in the air. I see that as a common mistake with newer players. So always down, and then if you can stroke it like you would a normal shot, even better.
Nicely done,
Right.
Janet.
That was a
Get
good
back
out
to
from
within 2,
Janet.
and she has the break. So she can
Let's
really
see.
try to jump back here. And, yep, they are taking
They're
a break.
taking a break, yes, to be expected after such an interesting situation. So, all right, let's go to a commercial. See some of our great sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, guys, we are back from our break. Kristina Zlateva leads 4-2 against Janet Atwell. This is a race to 8 alternate break. It is Janet's break. Obviously, a break and run here would be ideal. And so for her to close this gap a little bit more with Kristina.
She was struggling a little bit with the break, so we'll see if she can make an adjustment to where she can get a better outcome as she had the first couple.
Yeah, agreed. She's had a couple kind of wonky breaks. Kristina as well. This has kind of been a weird match for both players when it comes with the breaking, and that is a big variable of, you know, who comes out on top. So I'm sure they're both going to be trying to adjust. All right, let's see here. Guys, this arena is so beautiful with the graphics in the background. I mean, just love it. All right. So good break from Janet, right? She obviously completed the 3-point rule. Sent the cue ball up table, you know, a little bit. So you want to kind of keep it in the middle. We've got this really interesting 2-ball on the top rail, right? And that one, I don't think passes the 4 in the corner. So can we go to overhead? Thank you.
There we go.
So, you know, she could, I mean, she could potentially make it the one in the side, right? But really there's no positive situation here. She wants to probably play safe here. She could send the 1 down table. Yep, just like that. Use. Yeah, and she created separation. It was a constructive shot because of where the 2-ball is, right? So you send that 1 ball down table. The position from the 1 to the 2 is going to be very difficult, even if she doesn't get the hook, right? Which made it a very constructive shot. And I think she wanted to get a little bit more the cue ball maybe behind the 7 or to the top rail more. Maybe she was trying to hook her by the 4. So this is a really big stroke. She's kind of going towards the side pocket with the cue ball. She could elect to play safe and roll the 1 ball forward and go behind the 6 to make sure she doesn't make it. Yep, that's what she just
There you
had
go.
to do.
Good call.
Yep. She wanted, obviously, left her either a full ball or she can make this off rail first. Even if she left her the full ball, rail first here is the right shot because you want to try to clip the 1 thin to, you know, send it up table. You kind of have to settle for that short side of the 2 here, right? Unless you can really, if you're going rail first, kind of the short side of the 2 is where the cue ball is going to head. You might be able to also, you could settle. You could play the rail first 1 ball without not as much speed, right? And kind of go between the 3-4, right? Kind of settle for that really long kind of, it's not ideal, but that long kind of cut. Because the 2 ball's frozen on the rail, it makes it easier to make.
Yeah, is she jumping this?
Well, she's jumping it.
Yeah, looks like a shorter cue. I got to shout out somebody from Columbus, Ohio, my area, Zach out in the chat.
Yeah,
so thanks for tuning in here.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
This.
Nice shot
Yeah,
with
it's
a
a
little
good
bit of
shot.
draw, but getting
Well,
on
that's
the 2.
why I don't like the jump there. I prefer the rail first 1 ball, right? Because you're not going to be able to move the cue ball enough to get any kind of shot. She might have been able to get that really long open, that window, right? But that's really
Well, I think she hit
taller.
the 1 ball a little too full, and she put
Agreed.
the draw on it. If she would have cut it a little more with no draw, that could have gone around
That's
2 rails
true.
right between the
Yeah,
4 and
yeah.
the 9.
That's true. All right, so she wants to make sure she focuses on the hit there. If she
Good
can,
hit,
it's a good hit. Obviously, the hit is the most important.
but it's opened up now.
Yeah, I think right that shot. You want to hit the 2 ball kind of full in the face, and you can send it down table.
I don't believe anyone is streaming Allison's matches. She's playing. I don't see a phone up when she's playing, not on the stream. So I don't think anyone's streaming hers.
Yes, that I don't think so as well. But you should be seeing her on the stream again this tournament, I would suspect. All right, big opportunity for Kristina here. We got a nice open table. The 7 to the 8 is kind of the key shot, right? But the 6 to the 7, it's really the 6 to the 7 because as long as you get the right angle for the 7 to the 8, it should be
Yeah, it's going to be an
pretty easy. Yeah.
easier track.
Yes. Hi, Jason Money. Yes, this is Emily Duddy commentating. Thank you for joining us in the booth. Lisa Carver, thanks for saying hi. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Please click that like, share button. We really appreciate it. You can also donate at the bottom of your screen. All the donations going to improve the WPBA free stream that we provide for you, and we love doing it. So we're all a team, guys. Thank you for the support. All right. So she keeps looking to jack up, but I might just
Slow roll this in,
I might level my cue ball out. See, I don't like. I mean, if she felt good, then you jack up's a good option to hold for the 6, but
You didn't need to. You just need to roll that
Yeah,
up. You
yeah,
even
I
get
think-
closer to the 6 there, so it might be an easier from the 6 to the 7.
agreed. Yeah, I would level out my clue and kind of just roll that ball in. Also, it's a better two-way, right? If you hang it, like, and you move forward for the position on the 6 there.
So you just bank the 4-ball up table and hold the cue ball right behind the 9.
Yes. Yeah, or she could thin the left side of the 4 and just send it up table 2 rails. See, like, I like that shot better, but she got to hit it, obviously. She underhit it a lot. Guys, just as a heads up as well, their table changes are not final, right? And they are moving them, and especially for the stream. So although it does say a certain table number for tonight, that could change, and that match could still be on the stream. So you've got to want to pay attention to the WPB updates and our Facebook page when they actually make the stream announcements. That will be the final stream and match. So that match could be on the stream. You don't know. We don't know for sure yet.
And it'll even change in digital pool, like the table
Yes,
assignments
exactly.
too.
Yeah, the table assignments will change in digital pool. So obviously digital pool, guys, puts the table numbers, through to like the advanced, and then we change them manually to make them to do the stream matches, and then to move players around based on that as well. So
Nice stroke.
great shot from Kristina.
I think I looked at the bracket on day 1, and like every single table number, like through the entire tournament, like had a table number. So
Yes, exactly. And that just happened last event for the first time, and it really threw me off. I was like, these aren't the right ones, and they're like, oh no, it's just they does it automatically, and then it will we adjust it. So they will be finalized after. All right, so this is pretty straight. She'll probably want to go forward. Yep. It's a nice stroke. Ooh, she doesn't want to go straight. Get an angle.
bounce a little bit. Ooh.
Okay.
Almost needing short side.
She might, yeah.
Short side
Probably
shape
gonna have
on
to play
this?
short side here. She could punch it, but these tight pocket diamonds don't like those punchy shots as so much. But if she hits it good, she could punch it out, or she just can settle.
Yeah, just taking her medicine,
Yeah, take what the table's giving you.
How many times is the amateur going to try to say, hey, I'm going to shoot it this way instead of what the table gives me, and then
Yes, bad
There you
things
go.
happen, right? Like I just said, that punchy stroke that she needed, this table doesn't like that. Maybe on a 4.5-inch Brunswick or a different kind of table, yeah, you can cheat that, you can do it. Not on these tables, no way. So she settled, took the right shot. She can come forward now with a little bit with the inside, also helping her make that shot. Yep, just one clean, simple down one rail, dead straight on this 9. You're welcome, Rich. You're welcome, guys. All right, 5-2. The Slayer Zlateva.
and now she also gets the break now. So now the momentum is obviously in her court right now. Take a look at some of the matches across the room
Yep.
right now. Ashley Rice and Caroline Powell, 1-0. That's going to be a good match. They're all going to be good matches
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Now we're at the good match. They're all tough, right?
Yep, Kaylee and Pam, 6-3.
Yeah.
And then Veronica. I'm sorry.
Yes, Vero or Veronique.
There we go.
She's French Canadian, so
I'm just used to calling her Vera or saying
Yes,
that. So you have
yes.
Vera Monica 3-2. So that's going to be a good match
that's
too.
a good
so
battle too. Everyone's fighting for their lives right now, guys. So yes, all right. Let's see. Kristina Zlateva has also had a couple weird breaks here, so let's see if she can make an adjustment to. Last time she pocketed the wing ball, but did not get the 3-pound rule. So, and another break she had dry. So let's see.
2 balls made and
Two balls
there we go.
made. Yep, no problem there. 1 ball, 2. Looks like she has an open shot on the 1. This kind of like little window between the 6-8. 1 ball's frozen, so you want to inside English, make that even easier to make. And I kind of like the inside also. She can go 2-3 rails.
Yep.
She can let it out. I mean, you want to just not run into the 6 if you go around the 2.
Maybe just go 2 rails and then shoot the 2 ball up in the bottom right-hand corner,
Yep.
potentially.
Yep. You can do that also. But because it's frozen and she has a lot of angle, this cue ball is going to move a good amount, right, to hold it. She could also maybe go back and forth. She could use the 8 as a blocker. See, that was so I think she was playing it.
The upper right-hand.
No, I think she was actually playing it for the side. And I think that she kind of had a nice, fortunate bump there. Because that's the line that she was coming in on, was that. Or she could have maybe hit it short and was trying to play it, and then either way, it was kind of a fortunate kiss.
To answer Lisa in the chat, Allison did defeat Caroline Powell at noon.
Yes, and now Caroline is playing Ashley Rice.
Got a number of Ohio people in here. That's awesome, guys. And you know and you
Yeah.
know the drill. OH.
Yeah. All right, guys. So 3 of the 4. She could go a little bit inside and go 1 rail up. She could go around if she wanted to kind of dig in there, kind of go 2 rails. Yeah, and I like. It's when I was looking at the
Unfortunate
one.
roll.
Yeah. No, I mean honestly, like that's why I don't like the 1 rail inside shot there, because you have to hit the new cloth, right?
Mhm.
The new cloth does not take that inside English as well as it normally would, right? And so that's why it didn't catch enough.
Right.
So that's why she ran into the 9. So I kind of liked like letting my stroke out more, 2 rails and coming around for the 4 in the bottom left corner. I just feel like it's safer, unless you really overstroke it and you gotta go up table too much.
Let's see
See,
what
I think
she does here.
I think she has a piece of it.
Yeah, she can see it.
Yeah. Just gonna get there. So she wanted a little further to hook her completely behind the 9. I don't think she can go directly at this. Even if she can, it's a big scratch on the side. She could jump it. It's not a bad jump. She could also 1 rail kick. She could 1 rail kick and try to make the kick in the corner, top right corner.
She's got a lot of options. It looks like she's going for the
It's
jump
a lot
cue.
of options. Yeah, I kind of like the jump here because you could make it, and then the 8's kind of there, so you want to jump it and kind of run into the 8 ball, right? Because the 8 can hold the 8 can hold it for the 6.
If she cuts it enough, it can come around 2 rails. and
She
be
can
for-
also
for
let
a
it. I mean,
6.
obviously, you just want to focus on hitting number 1, hitting number 2 if you make it great.
Oh, it's close.
Still really well.
She might get a decent
Executed.
safe out of this. Look at this.
Oh, I think she's.
She can still hit. I think she has enough there. She can make it.
Yeah, I think she can make it. It's a very thin cut. She's gonna have to let her stroke out. Gonna go around.
Maybe 2 rails.
Yeah, maybe 2 rails. This is tight. Like the window, because then the window between the 6, 4, 6, and it's just a lot going
It's
on
almost
here.
like she's cueing this with inside. She maybe would kill it with 1 rail.
I mean, that's a tall order because that's such a steep cut.
Back cuts with inside.
She
Those are
could
not
try to
fun.
she could try to make it and like run into the 6 and push the 6 down table. Like that's productive. You have a lot of options if you're doing that. You go all the way around the world, but
Yeah, she switched. She went to outside.
see, this is dangerous. She's gonna go by the 9.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the problem there. You can't hold it. It's too steep of a cut. If the line, that was where the line was headed.
Yep.
Right, which is like I like maybe using that inside and running into the 6. That's the only I think that was one of the better options. You don't like bumping a ball if you don't have to, but in that situation, you're getting hooked instead, right?
All
So
right.
she's gonna jump.
She's going airborne.
Let's go. I mean, this is a beautiful shot. You can make it and get position too. Well, she got the hit, which was the most important. Kind of leaves Janet a tester here, but she's probably going to play safety. I mean, she could go for it. It would be a bold move. Just with that 9 ball there, right? You have so many defensive options.
Right. And just cut the 6 ball towards the corner, go
Yeah.
2 rails, and put it right behind it.
You could, there's so many things. You could bunt it, like you could just split the sides and try to hook her behind the 9 that way. You could send it up table like that and hook her behind the 9. That's very constructive, obviously, because now even if you don't get the hook on the 9, you're leaving her with this tough long bank.
She can even go off the left side of the 6 and put the cube behind the 8 and just try to play another safe. It's possible.
Yeah, she could also. This is a potential 2-way shot. She could bank the 6 of the bottom right corner. Now, on the new slidey cloth, hard to hold it. You know, on like worn cloth, I'd shoot the 2-way. But otherwise, she probably could. Yeah, that's a very smart shot. Keep it simple, right? Get the hook. You know, you don't want to get too crazy there. You do have the lead, but it's tight match, right?
Congratulations, Pam Kelly, on your 9th through 12th finish.
All right, so Kaylee McIntosh has defeated Pam Kelly, and we'll move on. There's a good finish for Pam. Pam's the Lioness, a great player. All right, another jump shot here.
See a jump bank. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Snaps on that one.
Yeah, great shot, Janet. Beautiful shot.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Yeah. What's our jingle for that? Like the da-na, 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 da-na. All right. So after you make the amazing jump bank, now you want to give this shot its extra time and do, right? Always the easier one afterwards is just as hard to make.
Nice.
Great shot. Beautiful. Stayed down, kept it simple. And just stay calm and
get down, do it again.
Yeah, let's do 5-3 here. Got this. Take your time, right?
Ooh, use all that pocket.
Great
Ooh.
out, Janet, with that jump bank there that she hit perfect. All right. We have a match here, guys. Kristina up 5-3 against Janet Atwell.
And take a look at our nice sponsor video that we're getting ready to show you. All right, we are back.
We are back. 5-3. Janet's break. Big opportunity.
A break and run here would be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yep.
All right, 1 ball in the corner, 1 ball pass, 3 ball pass.
Yep. Actually, 2 balls in the break. Oh, no. 1 ball in the break. Yep, and the 2. 1 and the 3 head past the head string. Perfect. So 1 to the 2. Kind of funny. And 3 to the 4. And then you're kind of in a good spot, right? So 1 to the 2. 1 to the 2 is a big shot right here. Oh. Unfortunate scratch there from Janet. You know, that inside English. The inside English she put on the 1 to kind of get down table. Kind of sucked it into that bottom pocket. So this is not easy. The 1 to the 2 right here, guys. There's a lot of traffic. So she's looking at, you kind of want to like widen out. If you can do 2 rails.
Digital pool is the ultimate.
Yep, just like that. So she just 2 rails, missed the 6, and then you like find that long line into the position zone on the 2.
I was trying to move it to the left camera so we can get a better shot of her making that, and I hit the wrong button. That's
Oh,
why you
no
saw the
problem.
digital, so.
Got it. Good recovery. All right, so kind of a back cut on the 2 ball here, but she can kind of I would pinch draw, right? You're gonna do like. Yeah, as long as you can keep it simple and like go forward, miss the 4, make sure she almost clears the 4, but hit it well. Now this is really the key shot here because the 4 to that 6 is critical, right? The position from the 4 to the 6. If she can come back out, she like 1 rail like out. You don't want to. You kind of want to have to get close to the 7 as possible. Right, so you don't want too much of an angle. Like where the cue ball is now is a lot of angle. You'd have to go back and forth, right? So kind of a more straighter, but you gotta watch the 7, right? You gotta watch that 7. Yeah, and she kind of made sure she settled and kind of made sure she got a shot on the 4, but I don't think she can hold it, right?
It looks like she have to go back
and forth. Yeah, so. Letting her stroke out here and just making sure she gets back to where the 4 ball is, that for the position on the 6 to the 7. With the new cloth, it's going to be really hard to spin or throw this in. But if she feels really good, she could try to hold it. Yeah, going back and forth was the move. And that's fine. The English that she kind of had kind of took her in the wrong direction, maybe to give her a little bit longer of a shot. But it also ensured that she had a shot, which was the most important part.
Looks like the 7 doesn't pass the 8 down here, so she's going to have to put this in the side potential or possibly punch out or force follow 2 rails up.
Yeah, I like the force follow 2 rails up. I think that's a better shot from this table. She could also go 1 rail out and play the 7 in the corner. Yeah, so just kind of a quick stroke there. I feel like she wasn't really settled on the shot. Right, of course, and this is still, there's still a lot of nerves happening here. This is on a B-side match, and it's on the TV table. So, of course, there's going to be more adrenaline pumping through your body.
Looks like she possibly could have thrown that when she was putting so much inside on that to come around for the side instead of the corner. You didn't have to put as much if you were coming up for the corner, so she could have just threw it.
Agreed. And that's why I kind of like the corner too, because it was like a much bigger stroke to go out for the 7 in the side. I think it wasn't a bad shot choice, but she didn't stroke it properly, right? She just kind of rushed it a little bit and didn't really hit it well enough to make the shot and get there.
Right. This is a golden opportunity here for Janet to
huge
potentially
opportunity.
Get 1 rack.
Big opportunity for Janet. And you can tell, the really big swing here was honestly that situation with potential foul.
But even then, both of them took a break, so they both had the opportunity to
reset. For sure. Yeah, I think, there was that safety battle back and forth, and then Janet came with that great jump shot, and, but the momentum that Kristina had at the beginning has obviously shifted and is very close now.
Good stroke there. Bounce a little bit. There we go.
Yeah. Always a little bit of a tester when you're on the rail, but Janet should be good here to pocket this.
There you go. Stand back up if you're not comfortable.
Yes. Take your time. Take that extra breath. You have plenty of. You're on the shot clock, but you're totally fine. She has an extension if she wants to use it. You want to make sure you're 100%.
Nicely done.
Very nice from Janet.
1 game down.
This is very exciting. This has been a good comeback. And now we're 5-4. Kristina Zlateva.
This is going to be crazy. Let's take a look at who is around score-wise.
Dwindling down. Ashley Rice, Caroline Powell 1-1. Vero and Monica are obviously in some kind of heated safety battle or in a break. Nope, I can see them shooting. So across the room, so because it's still at 3-2.
Yep.
And it was the same when we looked last. So, and again, guys, these tables play beautifully here, but they are tighter than our normal tables. And I love them. I prefer them to be a little tight. But obviously, if we're used to playing on a little bit bigger pockets with the slidey cloth, you're going to have a little bit more misses. You're going to have people playing tighter, playing more safeties, not going for things as much. So a lot of battles going.
All right, so she did not make a ball, but we got 3 past the side, and that's not going to be a fun place to shoot from.
No. So definitely going to be a push here, right, from Janet. I do not think she has, I think she is titty hooked. Corner hooked, but I was one of the APA put a post up like, what's a term that only pool players would know, and I put up titty hooked. So I was like, who would know? Like, when have you ever heard that term?
Exactly. There's certain terms only pool players know, right?
That is one for sure. So corner hooked or titty hooked on this one ball, and she's gonna push here because this is doesn't make sense. I like that push, guys. So when you push, you want to make it 50-50, right? So you want to basically make it a really hard decision for your opponent. You don't want to push into an easy safe. You don't want to push into an easy shot. You don't want to push into an easy shot to a position for the next ball, which, again, is kind of an argument against that push, to honestly, though, that how easy that response was, right?
Yeah.
Kristina didn't really have to think about it. She got up there, tapped it, hooked her.
You almost kind of have an idea of if they give it back to you, what are you going to do? And if they take it, you should have kind of an idea of what they may play against you, so you have something to go out for. And she's pulling the jump cue out again.
Yep.
After her last jump shot, I wouldn't blame her for
hitting it again.
Like
both players jump really well. That was a great, make another. I don't think the bank goes, but you maybe can cut it in the side, maybe. But obviously the hit is the most important.
Jump safe, bank the one
jump
ball,
safe for
keep
sure.
the cue ball down there. Maybe see what happens. Get a little fortunate roll.
Yeah, I think let's go to overhead.
See if the 1 passes the 2. I don't know.
I don't think the 1 passes the 2. You have a safe where you could roll up on the 8 potentially, right? Send the 1 ball past the 2. Roll up on the safe. That's a nice aggressive safety. You could thin the left side of the 1. And you could thin the left side of the 1 and send it down table. Yep. So I guess from this thing over the right side of the 1. Yeah, that was a great shot.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great shot. I really like that choice actually too. The safety there was too touchy with the 1 in the middle of the table. That's like a containing safety too, right? The hitting the 1 so thin, you're not going to move it. Just focus on getting that cue ball behind those blockers.
All right, it's now 1 rail kick. See if she can get a contact here, and then see what happens.
This is a really tough 1 rail kick, because this is a
Ooh, just barely.
Yeah, she almost hit it, but that's where the 6 ball was, to shorten it up that much.
You had to juice that with inside.
Yeah, you had to juice it with a lot, and it was, again, new cloth, bouncy rails. Like, I don't know if she looked at. I would have played the other. I might have looked at playing the 1 rail down here, but the 9 ball could have been in the way. I think that might have been easier though, right? There's a bigger window between the 7 and the 9, and it would have been a lot less of an adjustment, right? All right, so ball in hand, 1 to the 2, 3 ball. Not in an ideal position.
Looks like she's almost setting up for the 1-8.
That's a great idea, considering that the 8 is blocking the 3. So she needs to figure out, she needs to be creative and constructive here, right, with the situation. You can't really, the 8's too far away from the pocket to play the 3 off the 8.
Right.
Right? So you got to bump the 3. I mean, she could play the 1-2 and then play safe. She could play safe now. Probably better because she's already on 1 and she's more blockers. I think that's what she's doing. Oh, no. Oh, she just
got
the
there.
rail.
Yep.
I was like, oh. And guys, the 3 foul, especially with a table that has a lot of issues or has problem balls, and you already have your opponent on 1, look for that 3 foul. Guys, and a lot of people, you don't want to, maybe play it against your opponent. That's top level pool. And there's a reason why it is a rule in 9-ball. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do it, but it is sometimes when the table is congested or has a lot of problems, that's the right decision. Great hit by Janet. Beautiful 2-rail kick. And you can see that, Janet's so seasoned that she's going to have that great kicking knowledge. But also, is obviously working on her jump game and has great jumping ability as well. It's the best of both worlds.
The more you know, the better player you are.
Yeah, the more shot options that you have, right? And the more tools you have in your arsenal, right? The more advanced you're going to be, right? And so a lot of the training. Oh man!
Don't go in there. It's dark. Lonnie's not here, so I'm gonna steal all her Lonnie-isms.
No, it's a Lonnie-isms. I love that.
Now this is huge.
Yeah, or like
for
that.
Janet.
What's that? I love it on the Brunswicks. Like, as they have like 1896, and like that pocket's been there since 1986. Like it hasn't moved since then. So.
Boy, and here's the cool part: if Janet can get this, it's tied number 1, and number 2, it's her break.
For sure.
So this is a huge rack for Janet right now.
Agreed. And just like we were talking about just now, with the 3-ball being a problem, Janet's got some thoughts to do. She's going to go for this 3 foul. I think, we have lots of big clusters here. She's already in 1, right? She has the 6-7 cluster. She has the 2-5 cluster. So if she can play a safe, right, that's obviously aggressive, removing a lot of the kick options, and then also putting the 1 ball next to one of these other clusters, right? You're going to have you have a 3-8 cluster. You got so many clusters. Right now, there's too many options.
Yeah, so we'll see what she does here. I'm not even going to take a guess what she's going to do because I'll probably get proven wrong.
So the other thing is that she could play the 1, 2, and then play a safe.
Yep.
She could try to play the bank shape, maybe. The 3-ball bank might go. That would be very aggressive. But possible. She could probably play safe right now. No. So it looks like she was going for the breakout.
Yep. She went offensive. She got lucky with where the 2-ball landed.
I mean, I feel like she just, right, they're on the shot clock, right? She took her extension, right? But I just think that her brain maybe got overloaded on the different safe options. And she was like, you know what, let me just default here to try to get out.
She gave her a window.
Gave her a window.
That might actually go. Looking at the angle,
I
maybe
feel
like,
not. Let's try the overhead. I mean, maybe. I feel like she can hit it, but not have enough to make it. Let's see.
But then even why would you want to make it right now where the 3-ball's at?
Well, actually, you could play bank shape. If the 2-ball does go in like that, she went up too far. Actually, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She actually could play the cross bank there. That was one of the few positions where she could actually get good on the 3-ball bank. But she went too far, right? Or maybe she was she just wanted to focus on making the ball. She could still probably going to play safety here, right?
Just bump it off the rail, see what she does. Oh,
she still went
the
for
reverse
it.
bank. Look at this! Look at this! Stop!
Yeah, see? Wow. I was going to say she could still shoot the bank. But I couldn't tell if she had enough room for there. That was a great shot. Really beautiful. Janet Atwell coming with it. The grind. Not the grinder because that's April Larson, but the bulldog. Man. Bulldog.
It sticks, man. It fits her perfectly.
Yeah, it does. It does. And on top of it, she's like the sweetest human being ever. So
that's true. There's nothing on the nickname. I literally might just write in bulldog on her bio right now.
Like she said that she was like, I can call me a bulldog for nothing. And I was like, yes, Janet, that's true because you're a fighter, man. Beautiful.
6 looks like it passes the 7.
Yes, I think it does. Try overhead again.
Just get on the right side of the 6.
Yep, totally. Actually, let's watch this shot from here. She's a little straight on 5. If she wants to, she could just roll.
Just float it up,
to be really safe, or she could let her stroke out maybe and go 1 or 2 rails out.
To get closer to the 7.
To get closer to 6. You want to get close to your work, but that could also.
Ooh, she didn't have enough inside on it.
But no. That was the danger of that shot. See, if you were going to play at the 1 rail up, you had to. she took that. There was outside English on it. You had to like really
Inside.
move forward and
Yep.
that. Yeah, because the 9 was really the biggest. I mean, the only obstacle there. I think she was really trying to get perfect. I think she was trying to be too perfect instead of just leaving her settling and leaving her getting a shot on the 6.
Like you said earlier, sometimes you just got to take what the table's giving you.
Yep. And that was a good recovery. Obviously wanted to kick it up table and leave her more towards the top rail.
Right. It's not the easiest shot in the world, but that's still a shot that Kristina should be able to
Yeah, this is more about the position from the 6 to the 7. Right. You can go the short side. It's a natural line, right? This is kind of cut 2 rails around short side position on the 7, right? So shooting it in the top right corner. She could try to tighten it up, like shorten up the ankle and go inside past the 9. Yep, that was a great option too. And actually that was probably a better, safer option than going all the way around.
Right.
Now this one,
Let's try the
overhead.
Try to pull back for the side. You just follow up 2 rails and 8 in the corner.
Not a
Or
bad
one
option
rail.
if you don't feel good about it. If you don't feel good about getting above the 8, right? The 9 is a big ball there,
Right.
right? If you don't feel good, but I think honestly with her stroke, I wouldn't play the corner. The corner bad things can happen with the corner. No, she's okay. No, she hit that well. So that was a really safe move too. So she didn't feel good about getting above it. 9 was a big ball, is a big stroke, and if you punch it, you can hang it.
Potentially even scratch coming back.
Yep.
There's a lot
So
of things
that was really safe. And as long as you get close to the 8 and you're kind of like don't go too far, then you're good from the 8 to the 9 here. Great. So should be it for this rack, and definitely a battle. I think obviously Janet with that great bank on the 3 and everything, it was just getting hooked on that 6 ball. Right.
Nice
Yeah,
out
it was
from Kristina.
Good way to bear down and get out there.
So now, instead of being, 5-5 and 6-4 is way different.
Yeah, well, I know every
Mentally,
single
too.
game. Yeah, every single game here, though. I think still, though, Janet again being such a good player from a deficit, and the fact that she was down so much at the beginning. I don't think Janet is too disheartened by the 2-game lead. Although, of course, having an opportunity to make it 5-5 and not doing so is going to sting a little bit. But, I feel like Janet is in a good place mentally this match right now. She's had big opportunities and been able to capitalize. I feel like she's going to be able to let that mistake go.
And you have to. It's almost like being a relief pitcher in baseball. You just give up that home run. You got to forget about it and then just focus on the batter next.
Yes, and it's being focused on the moment, focused on your brief shot routine. What is this out? 1 ball at a time. Sometimes it's easier said than done, or it's interesting. Like the better you get, the less mistakes you make. Oh,
cue ball scratch. That is not going to be good for her.
So she kind of just sucked it into that top corner, to be honest. I don't think it got kicked in, right? I think it just kind of came off the pack like that. So I've been out here in tour fights 14 years and then all in, competing 22 years, and I, kept journals and notes, right, from as a younger player. And I went back and I was reading them not that long ago, and I wrote a note, when I was in my early 20s and I was trying to qualify to go pro, and I wrote down, I said, the better you get, the less mistakes you're going to make and the more you're going to remember them. And I was like, wow, I was way wiser than I even realized when I was 22 years old, right? Because now that I'm such a better player, it's hard because I can remember, I might only make 7 or 8 mistakes in a match, and then, if it was 2 big misses, and then they kind of stick and they sting more, and it's this more seasoning, the better you can to just let them go and move on. Some days it's easier, some matches is easier than others, right? We're all human.
Right, especially if you see somebody make the exact same mistake and then it just all comes back up in your mind again.
You're
the
like, trigger of it.
man.
I mean, it's also rumination, right? I've worked a lot on just just not to ruminate and having them playing on a ticker tape and thinking, oh, if I hung that 8, it should be 1-0. I hung that 9, it should be 3-1, right? And it's hard, like that's really counterproductive, but it's a big part of the game. So Kristina looks good here, right? She's happy to be at the table again. Janet's been making her comeback. So she really wants to close this and this would put her on the hill, right?
Just stay on the right sides of the ball.
Yeah, I'm again like getting enough, I like getting just make sure she gets angle on the 6. You really just don't want to be straight here. Yeah, no, maybe a little more angle than she wanted, but such natural position. So, she can just focus on making this ball.
Yep, just good speed
Yeah.
over there. As long as you don't leave it right dead center
again,
table, she'll be fine.
Yeah, well, then you don't want to be straight. The worst place to be would be straight on the 7, right? Because now you're like trying to draw back from the 8, and then you're again on the rail again. So coming across, leaving like an angle, but not too much would be ideal. Beautiful.
Struck that well.
What I say. Don't want to be straight. Don't want to be straight. That's it, right? This is the worst spot that she could be.
Yeah. Draw us back to right on the side pocket area, and then get your angle.
Yeah, no, of course. Like now where she's at, drawing back to the side, and just making sure you try not to be on the rail for the 8, and just bear down, right? I mean, yeah, it's just again, like where she ended up was not ideal. She took what the table gave her, or what she gave herself, I guess, and she should be good to just bear down, make this 8, and then come up one rail. Where she's on the rail now, you don't want to do too much with this to keep it simple.
Yep, nice stroke.
Beautiful. And that you could tell, like that rhythm, the rhythm of this rack was just beautiful. Even getting straight on the 7, she just didn't sweat it. She's like, okay, no problem, and I'm just gonna do this and just plan B. Right? There's always a plan B.
Stayed down extra on that one.
Yeah, very nice out by Kristina. Zlateva, unfortunate scratch on the break from Janet there.
And we have another momentum swing because now Kristina has the break. So she could, in a sense, break and run and finish this match out.
And Kristina would love to do that because Janet is an amazing competitor, and every opportunity Janet will try to take advantage of. So
we've already seen she's been fighting the entire match. She did not give up anything.
She never will.
So until this last 9 ball goes, she's still going to be fighting.
She never will. No, she's an amazing veteran. All right. Well, I don't think there's a lot of other. Can we go to the other scores here?
Let's take a look what we got here going on.
I don't have a lot of matches.
Nice player card.
Great.
Right underneath of it, there's a live score. There we go.
Great.
And they're close.
Yeah, 2-2. Ashley and Caroline. Vero and Monica. Monica pulled ahead after being down 3-2. Right. All right. Back to our current match. See.
Good break there. One ball goes.
Cue ball.
Wow, man.
Wow, interesting. And
I think
I think it's just a lot of action. I finally, in the end of my match, figuring out on this table how to squat it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the cue ball wants to move a lot too because the table's so slick and fancy too. So if it can fly.
If I were to give this match a name, I'd call this the roller coaster match because there's been so many ups and downs with this and so many momentum shifts.
Yeah. No, it definitely has been like a lot of ups and downs and a really great match, honestly. And this is a really big opportunity that Jana needs to capitalize on.
It's her break next rack, so if she can win this and win the next one, she's within 1.
Yeah.
Make it even tighter.
So I think that the 4-ball passes the 7. After she pockets this 2, hopefully. Let's go to the overhead and see what that looks like. I think it goes past the 7. Yeah, okay, just check this overhead. Yeah, all right, I think goes past the 7. The biggest shot here is honestly the 6 to the 7 because of where the 8 ball is.
And the 9, too, by
and
the
9,
7, yeah.
100, yes, 8 ball and the 9 ball. So this is really the 5 to the 6 is really important. Yeah, and you kind of want to just like.
Almost drag draw it back almost towards the center of the
Yeah,
table.
exactly. Drag draw out. Make sure you get angle for the 6, and so you can just come out and keep it simple in the middle of the table, right, for the 7. So you just avoid the 8 and the 9.
Oh, she had it a little much. Don't scratch.
Okay.
Ooh.
So dodged a bullet there a little.
Potential 2-railer.
Yeah, I think 2 rails, but it's kind of steep. All right, let's do the overhead again. No, I think coming out 2 rails is nice. You just like level your cue out, smooth stroke, and kind of get to the center of the table. Get back out to this towards the center of the table.
Yeah, because you don't want to override
Just
too
like
much
that.
because the 9 ball comes in. But I
Yeah.
think she struck that really well.
She did. I think she went a little further than she'd like, right? Because she wanted a little more angle. But she's very happy, obviously, to not have the 9 be hooked at all by the 9. So a lot of options here. She can come up 1 rail, 8 in the corner, 8 in the side. She could kind of let her stroke out and go around for the 8 in the side. I think she's going to go up.
Good stroke there. Get on the right side of the 8 ball here. Looks
Great,
like. Just float up
great
for the 9 in the
shot.
corner.
Yep.
We are not done yet, folks.
No, no commentator jinx. That's
Hey,
we don't believe in that.
Lonnie Fox Raymond
We
says
don't
there's no
believe in
such
that.
thing
There
as
isn't
the
such a
commentator curse.
isn't such a thing, but I'm still a little superstitious. And I've seen crazy things happen, so I'm very cautious with what I say about.
Lonnie's
things
over
being
here
done.
shaking her head no.
Yes, Janet. She's like, no.
Nicely done,
Very
Janet.
done. Very great out by Janet.
I'd love to have a heart monitor on both of them right now.
Actually, they seem pretty well. They're such seasoned pros. They really seem cool, even like and collected,
Mhm.
right? It hasn't really been a nervy match. It's just been more of the table speed getting them, and a little bit of, opportunities, things here and there. But 7-5, guys, great match. Let's go. And Janet's break, like you mentioned, so big opportunity. Now both players scratched on both of their previous breaks. So they're going to want to try to hit that 1 ball a little more square, right, and not send the cue ball flying.
Right.
Right, especially on like the new cloth, right? More action. There's more action.
So while she's finished racking these balls, I want to say thank you for Emily being in the booth with me. This has been fun.
Oh, yes, Brian.
Known you for a while, so this has always been fun. I chalked
For
something off of my
sure.
pool bucket list of doing commentary with
Oh,
Lonnie.
I love it.
Which is fun here. And
Yeah.
so
I love
hopefully
it.
hopefully
No, thank you
everyone's
so
enjoying
much.
our commentary.
Yes, guys, thank you for watching. We love some comments and feedback. Brian, it's been a pleasure. We have been friends for a long time and our first time doing this together, so I'm sure won't be the last.
Hopefully
as well.
not. So we got a ball on the break.
Great
and
break
everything's
from Janet.
back. Get out way 3. Ooh,
Great
looks like
from
it
Janet.
passes.
Let's go overhead. I think she has room.
Man, this
It's a
rack,
little tight,
this
but
rack
I
would be
think
what
it's
the
fine.
doctor ordered.
Yeah, I would. All right,
see.
guys. As long as I think this 1 ball's fine. So make this 1, 3. You want to get on the right side of the 4 ball, right? So you're not like kind of going into the 9. It's a really nice rack. Yeah, guys, such a pleasure. And please, if you're enjoying our commentary, our production here, please like, comment, and share. We really appreciate it. And there's always that donate button. And every little bit helps to increase our production value and give you a better experience.
And speaking of the donate button, I normally don't want to pick a winner or like cheer for somebody, but
Yeah.
I am cheering for Janet to come back because number 1, it'd be a cool comeback. But 2, somebody in the chat when she was down said, if Janet wins, I'll donate $50.
We did see that. Yes, guys.
So
we
whoever
did.
said that, if this happens, we're going to hold you to it.
Yes. Guys, I remember someone saying that too, if they come back. So let's come back, Janet. And obviously just a hill match is always the most exciting for everybody. Thank you guys for your comments. I love doing commentary. I wish I could do it more. I end up playing a lot during the matches. And but whenever I try to do at least one if I can during the tournaments. And I definitely love sharing my knowledge and being out here with you guys. So it's WPBA family and my pleasure. All right. So a little straight on the 6, but fine. Should be fine, right? Probably just want to, like, just draw back. I don't know if she has enough angle to go forward. I mean, that she looks like
She's
she might be
cueing
going
high.
forward. She is.
Yeah. Ooh, she's trying to spin around 2 rails.
So
Ooh.
good thing she made it.
Just
and
make
now,
the 7 now. Don't even
yeah,
worry about the 8. Just make the
yes.
7.
Yes, she's got a shot. She's got a great opportunity. This is just like seasoning, taking that time. Very good.
Clutch.
Heart of the pocket. Clutch.
That.
Clutch shot for sure. All right. So the red zone said he'd play $50 if Janet won.
Yeah, he
so
was the guy. He remembered. So
yes,
yep.
Red. Yes, Red. All right.
I have a feeling this crowd is going to give her a nice
good.
applause if she finishes this out.
Oh yeah.
2
Yeah,
more
she
balls.
looks good. Like, I think let's go to the top overhead view. I don't think no, she's got plenty of angle to move this pretty easily down table to it for the 9. Using the bridge, but I don't see that having an impact with Janet. She seems pretty stable, confident. See, then we're going to get to see her technique again, which is really, really, really cool. One hand on the bridge, stabilizing it, and the other one creating her normal bridge stroke, her normal stroking arm, right?
It's almost like you could put more power holding it that way versus your traditional way when you have your elbow bent potentially.
Yeah, I think it replicates, the stroke, and so if you have to like actually stroke the ball, it is helpful. I have tried doing it that way. I still feel more comfortable having my hand in front of me, and I just make sure to do my pre-shot routine and the pause and the follow through and the whole thing. But that's a beautiful technique as well. Whatever works best for you, right? All right, let's go, Janet.
How we looking,
Very
people?
great out there. And they have just returned that scratch on the cue ball back to each other. 7-6. Let's go. Hi, Allison Fisher. Thank you for your comment. I miss you too, girl. Allison, it's the other Allison Fisher from Wisconsin,
Yes.
and she's also a great pool player.
I've met her years ago when she was still doing stuff. It was a group in New
NYC
York.
Grind.
Thank you,
Yes.
NYC Grind. Yes.
I was sponsored by them for a while. It was a great company and journalism and blogs and photos. And yes, Allie was a big part of NYC Grind. And she's on the West Coast now. She's she's in California. And she's engaged to Alex, who is another great pool player.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yes. And Allie and I were on Kiss of Death, our team that we won the national championships in 2009, the BCA Open, which was an undefeated, very exciting.
Nice.
So, all right,
Here we
Kristina's
go.
break, and this is a huge point in the match. Both players have been having weird things happen all of their breaks.
All right, 2 balls made.
And the side again. Oh my God!
Oh, wow, that 6 ball
That
almost
is
kicked
literally.
it in.
Do you remember she ended up there at the exact
Exactly
same
same place,
space?
yeah.
Exact same space. Okay, let's check out the overhead view. Oh, that's tight.
Wow.
And that she ended up, remember, the exact same place, and she didn't make a ball that break, and then Janet pushed out pushed, and she played a safe, right? Very strange. You got kicked into the exact same place. So, but
And then
of
the
course,
question is, where do you push here? The 2 ball's wide open for the most part. I mean, behind
so
8
you're going
maybe?
to push. You could push behind the 8 into a jump. Not unreasonable. You could. There's a lot of options. Like, the one thing you want to make sure not to do is move that 6.
Right.
Right, because that 6 is very, very tricky and tough, and will prevent her from running out if she did give her an option. You don't want to give her a good safe. I think probably pushing into the jump is probably the best.
With how deep that 2 is, though, I mean, you could easily jump the cue ball off the table if it hits it wrong with that amount of speed. With how deep it is, you can even miss it if you're trying to come around off the rail.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, there's
totally.
so many things
This
going
isn't
on.
crazy. I mean, let's go overhead one more time. No, she can't hit the 2 ball. It's impossible. She could go off the other point in the side pocket and do an Efren Reyes trick shot, but not even that. The
not
9 ball's
even
blocking
yeah.
that. She'd have to masse out off the point.
That sounds my game there right there.
I mean,
That's tough from wherever you're
So,
doing.
oh, yeah. This is a really tricky spot. Yeah, she could. You know what? This is a good option. I think leave her corner to corner.
Yeah, because look, 2 to 3
Yeah,
is
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be tough.
Freezer on the top rail. That's a great option. Freezer on the top rail. It's so deep, right? We saw Kristina Zlateva try to play a rail first shot, very similar to this, where she missed the ball completely, right? So this one's a little further out, though. I think she could maybe clip this rail first, but she's got traffic, right? She got the 5 and the 9 ball.
Yeah, see what happens.
See that? Oh, she missed the
Oh, she
traffic.
spun it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And she bumped the 6. Wait, oh my God, let's go overhead. Okay, that was like magic because she bumped the 6, but she can't make the 3.
I almost thought she was going to hit the 6 and then come right behind the 4 ball and get on the 3.
I thought so too. Oh my God, if she might be able to make it. She's queuing up like she can make it. If she can make it and she just bumped the 6 out, that was one of the greatest shots ever. And I don't know if it was her intention. Probably not her intention to bump the 6, to be honest. I think she was just trying to go around for position for the 3.
Right. Ooh, she
Oh,
overcut
yeah.
it.
It's tough. It was a tough shot, just the cut and then to hold it for the 4, leather stroke out. All right, so let's see what we got. She could go right corner. I love the right corner shot.
corner,
Actually,
then
that's
killed
one
over
of my
for the 4.
favorite.
Gives you an angle.
I love that shot. That's one of my favorites. Otherwise, she's shooting in the left corner. It's a blind pocket, right? She has to draw back out. That really doesn't make sense. She could play safe, right? She could play the 3 down table past the 9 and send the cue ball up table past the 8.
Yep.
Would be a really constructive safety.
And she's up a game too, so she can afford
She's
to play a little
offensive,
more
man. I think
conservative,
she's
but
going
yeah.
for this.
She is, and she tried to get the 4 ball out too.
I mean, I get it because I'm offensive. Like, I want to go for that, but I don't know. I think I would have played the safe. It was just so tricky.
Does the 3 pass the 8? Ooh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
close.
I think it does. But it's tough to hold for the 4, right? And there's not a lot of safety options here either.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow, look
beautiful,
at this.
beautiful.
Drained it.
Yeah. And that's actually like a beautiful shot because she's using that left English, right, which throws the 3 ball in, but it also holds the cue ball off the rail.
Right.
And she just executed perfectly. Maybe a little straight here on the 4, but
Yes. And she's
I think
almost
she's
like
good where
gonna
she can
stop
like
it.
either. I think she's enough in the of the angle.
Yeah, just float forward just
Yeah,
a hair.
subtle.
There we
Exactly. Just try to get a little bit better of an angle on that 5. Because she bumped that 6, now she's make this. Just make this.
Yep,
Just
stop
stop
shot.
shot. Just stop shot, which we practice so many times in training too.
Clutch.
Clutch.
Wow.
These are clutch. All right, let's go that overhead again. Yeah, so she can tap this in and come one rail across for the 8 in the top right corner. I mean, I guess she could roll forward too for the 8 in the side if she felt
Whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that's better if you feel good about it. Because you're obviously moving down table towards the 9, so the position is better. I feel like Janet's good here. She seems locked in.
I can tell you what, for those people that can't see us in the booth, we are on the edge of our seats right now, just like everybody else around the table.
For
is.
sure. This is awesome. It's been a fantastic match.
Just take it
All
what
right,
the
let's
table gave
go.
her. She didn't want to try to get any closer.
This is just, lining up, line in, line out, checking out that line of the shot, then walk back over. Pre-shot routine, breathing, and take your time. I'm not holding my breath, are you?
Wow. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Hill, hill, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been insane.
What an amazing match. Let's go.
There is a chant.
I mean,
There's a chant in pro wrestling that says "Fight forever." When you see something really good, you just don't
Yeah.
want it to end.
yeah.
I don't want this to end.
I know.
Play forever.
Well, we're gonna get a finisher
We
because
get
this
one
is,
game.
I mean, Janet Atwell has shown true resilience and grit in this match, for sure. You know, and it's been a swing of different things, but the biggest thing with this match has been the break.
Yep.
By far, I mean, you know, both players have struggled with the scratches, and then that weird Kristina kept getting kicked into the same spot and hanging in that side where she couldn't really do anything. I mean, right? So.
And they're shaking hands before this. And remember,
Oh, yeah.
when Janet Atwell scratched her next break, she didn't scratch. She figured it out. So let's see if she does it here.
That's true. That's true. And this is the time if there's going to be a moment of having these like kind of weird, funky scratches and, you know, making that adjustment. Here you go. Janet wants a break and run here. 100%.
All right, one ball in the pocket, two balls past the head.
Look good.
string,
She have a
three
shot on the
balls.
one.
Oh no! If this match didn't even need more drama, we get this.
I know. No, we want it. We want it. We don't want it. Like, come on. We don't want an easy ending. It was such a great match. Let's go Hill Hill. Yes, guys. This is a Hill Hill thriller. All right. One game for all the marbles and moving on in this tournament. More money, more ranking points, all that jazz. So it looks like she can hit the right side.
It's going two rails.
She's going two rails.
See if she gets. Ooh.
Yeah, so she didn't want to push there. I don't blame her.
It's one
Lots
past
of
the
problems.
six. Ooh.
Also, the 3-7 is
3-7,
funny.
yeah.
And to get to the 3-7 from the 2 is funny. I don't know if she can slide this. I mean, she could cut it in the side. Right? She could cut it in the side and kind of, like, you know, go through that window to get on the 2. But she has to not get hooked by the 5 ball. Right? But that is, like, that's a really steep cut. Like, that cue ball is going to fly. Right? Oh,
Oh,
one
it
ball
could
bent.
pass.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. That was tough for us to see.
I tell you what, everybody in the room was over here watching this. All the players that's in the room that's done. All the spectators, they've kind of filtered down
Oh
here.
yeah.
Everybody's
Oh yeah.
watching
It's
this.
this is what the room is focused on right now for sure. Red zone. We'll work that out. Hopefully, we'll have Lonnie reach out to you about that. We'll figure it out. All right. So 2 to the 3. Got to miss this 5 ball. Oh, yep. 2 rails.
Oh, look
What
at
a
this.
great shot.
Look at this.
Oh
Look at
my
the speed control.
God.
Come on. Wow.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Missed all the traffic.
Straight on the rail, though.
Perfect.
That's
I know. She hit it so good, and to get it straight on the rail, frozen on the rail, was unfortunate.
Can she shoot
So-
this soft enough to where it doesn't get past the 8?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think she can hold it. She'd have to dig into it. She'd have to like jack up a little bit and kind of just like stop shot it there. But then that's scary because you could get jacked up over the 7, right? Somehow if you get pulled a little too back. Let's go overhead. Yikes.
She has a little bit of an
Yikes.
angle. The only thing I could see is
You
it's
could just-
risky force follow with inside,
Well,
force
you
follow
gotta
2
like.
rails.
I think she's dead straight. I think she's dead straight. Let's look at the other views. What are other views? That looks dead straight. Like she'd have to just roll it in
It's the right pain.
and then go try right hand. Dead straight. Let's stay here. She'd have to like see. She's looking at try to like kind of just pop it right, and just leave it right there. That is scary.
Yeah, we're going to see her back where she's shooting. Let's go back to center.
Okay.
There we go.
Or you kind of roll, you kind of float it in, and you have to get past the 8. You can go forward, but in order to get a shot, you have to like literally go so far up towards the side, the corner pocket. Yeah, it was
Definitely
a
take her
very-
extension on this shot.
This is a very unfortunate roll for her to hit that 2 ball so good. See, the two options are literally she jacks up what she's looking at and stun it and stop it there. Or she has to go forward, but it's like literally put it in the, like leave it by the pocket because of the line of that straight-in shot.
Or even just try to cheat it a hair to go. But I wouldn't even
I don't
attempt
know.
to
You
try
can't
to
on
cheat it here.
these pockets are pretty tight. You can't cheat them that much. Sarah, like, really, she tried to hold it, but
Let's see what she's
yeah,
got
go
over top
overhead.
here.
Yeah, no.
That's
I don't
pretty
know if she just
close.
like said I'm just gonna make it. I think she ran out of time too, obviously, and she's gonna jump it.
She's in a regular.
I think she should have jacked up, screw it, and just like supposed to. I mean, she could masse
Yeah.
maybe a little bit and make it, clip
But
it.
she's aiming like she can definitely hit it. Can she make this? Oh, she's
No,
playing
yeah,
it back.
she couldn't.
Oh, if it hits the 6, slows it down. Ooh, man.
Yeah, no, she definitely didn't have enough to make it. Maybe at a lot of masse, right? Okay, guys.
I tell you what,
This is so exciting.
whenever this last 9-ball falls, no matter who,
I
they have definitely earned it, and this place is going to go nuts.
Yeah, no, this has been one of the best matches I've seen so far this tournament. Okay, so she goes forward. She's kind of jacking up over the 6. She goes forward. She could go forward 1 rail up, right, and just make sure she gets past the 9, and then has a nice angle, right, to do either draw it up towards the 7, or kind of gum 2 across for the 7. She doesn't, even being straight here wouldn't be the end of the world on the 6. You know, she wants to make sure she gets a shot on the 6. She has an angle that's ideal.
Clutch.
Yep, I mean,
Got a little bit of distance here, though.
this is a tester. Yes, that spin kind of took her in the wrong direction, right? She wanted to stay kind of towards the center more, but she just Janet can bear down and pull this out.
All right, here we go.
This is a big shot.
Ooh.
She hit it great.
Don't-
Oh my god, oh
slow
my
down,
god, oh
slow
my god, oh my
down,
god, oh
slow
my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
Ugh.
oh my god, I can't tell.
Oh, it looks like
think
she
she's
just has enough.
I think she's fine. Oh god. There's a lot of things are happening. Okay. I think she's good. Got in her extension. Woo.
Somebody said they had goosebumps. My goosebumps have goosebumps.
Yeah, seriously. The goosebumps of the goosebumps on the goosebumps. This is why we play pool, guys. These matches right here. Man. I can't breathe. Oh,
stay
wow.
away
Oh,
from this.
wow. Okay.
Just a little bump, little bump.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, guys, are you loving our drama? You loving this match? Please thumbs up. Right? So exciting. Thank you for tuning in and sticking with us, and quite the show for you guys. Obviously, she did not want to be on the rail here.
Right.
That English kind of took off on her. This is just make this 8 ball. This
Yep.
is just
Just
level
make
up,
it
level your
and
kill
leave
out.
yourself for a shot on 9.
This is just make the 8 ball. You're gonna have a shot on the 9.
Yep, she's elevated just a hair.
Don't do anything crazy. Make it.
Drained it. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Or don't settle and just get perfect on the 9 ball.
Oh my goodness. This has been one of the best matches I have
This
ever
is
seen.
so good. This is amazing. This has been a nice match.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
And we're not even done. This ball's all.
Oh my god.
Did she jump up on that or something?
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just nerves.
And
It's just
Kristina,
all
and
just
she's on the rail,
it's
almost
all
dead
just
center.
excitement, nerves. It's all just exciting and nerves. Oh my God. Okay, this is crazy, and Kristina is obviously shocked and thrilled to be back at the table. This is not that easy of a shot in this situation, in any situation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Well, guys, I think we got our money's worth.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Well, what an amazing match. Wow, what an amazing match. Congratulations to Kristina Zlateva. Amazing comeback and shooting by Janet Atwell. Obviously, oh my God, obviously a heartbreaking
Oh my gosh.
9-ball to miss for the win, but Janet Atwell is a consummate professional and gave it her all, and you know, we're all human, and just the adrenaline took over her body, and that's why we miss shots like that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Brian, Polly, it was a pleasure.
This is for our
I
first time.
I need a
Crazy.
drink. I mean, I think we're going to go have a shot.
We're going to go have a shot
Okay.
right after this.
All right, we're wrapping you up,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Please, there's so much more action on the way. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a great night. This is Emily Duddy and Brian Polly signing off.
Take care, everybody.
Have a good one.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.